Hi, hello, and welcome back to this little corner of the internet that is my channel. Feels weird to call it that. Yeah, hello, welcome back if you are a beautiful returning person. I am Annie, I go as Annie Eclectic. This is my little corner of the internet, and it's been a while since I've done a face to camera type video. I have probably filmed about 17 different types of face to camera vloggy type things, you know, that type of thing, and none of them have made it on the channel. And I feel the mistake that I was making is that I was trying to be too much like everybody else. So I'm just going to try and be me. I'm not going to do the whole I'm a small business, this is how I pack my things, because there's so many people that do that and do it so well that honestly I don't think I need to. I feel like I need to try and do something a little bit different, and I don't know, maybe just a little bit more relatable to the audience that I have, because I suspect you guys are probably here because you've watched a tutorial video, you're interested in crystals, and you're interested in energy. Maybe you do have a small business, maybe you follow my podcast. Whatever reason it is that you've come to this video, I am so glad that you are here, and I really hope that I can do you justice. So, I used to do lives on Instagram every single morning. It was a challenge that I did to get myself ready to be able to do podcasts and to be able to do things like this, to build my confidence so that I could chat with my friends and community over there. I've not been able to do that for ages, for various reasons, mostly because, oh, hello, a little feather. Just take that. Mostly because it's really dark and my office is a conservatory. It's really flipping cold. Like, it's really cold now. I've got this jumper on and I've got a cardigan and I'm still cold, so I might not be here very long. And one of the things I used to do was pull a card, so I thought, why don't we do that here, and we can share a card pull together. They're not oracle cards. Pack of Positivity by Katie AB. She is amazing. You should absolutely follow her on social media, and I cannot recommend these cards enough. They are beautiful, and I just love them. I love pulling the card. It's like with any card deck, whatever pull you do, it really seems to relate. The cards always know, don't they? And it's kind of creepy sometimes. So let's just do a collective pull. What do the cards want to show us today? Oh, here we go. Radiate positive vibes, the hippo of happiness. I don't know what that means to you, but to me, I really love just spending time putting kindness into the world, smiling at people, especially the people who don't want you to smile at them, and just generally being quite a happy person. It doesn't mean that we don't accept the fact that we're not always happy, but yeah, we'll just pop this up here. Why not? I don't know if you can see that or not, it's behind me. So yeah, today what I'm doing is I have got 3 crystals. Well, I've got 2 crystals and 1 piece of Cosmic Armour that's already been made up that needs to be cleansed, because today is the dark moon, which is the perfect time for doing cleansing, because it's all about removal, get rid of, let go. You might be feeling, I'm not going to put this out on the dark moon, but it's the moon that's before the new moon, and it really shakes stuff up. I nearly swore then. I think you know what I was going to say. It shakes things up a bit, and it will show you things you want to let go of, and it might show you things that you have been afraid of, that you've been running from, that has been lurking. Pay attention to it, because the new moon is the next phase. The new moon is the next day. The new moon is when we sow those seeds. So it might be that you shake it off, shake, 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 shaky. But remember that from losing things, we get a little seed. And the new moon is when the seed comes, and it could be a seed that you completely didn't expect. You never know what's going to come out of this. So please just be open to it. Notice, just spend a bit of time noticing, what is it that's annoying you? What is it that's making you feel like, because I think we all know we feel this way sometimes. And if you have a day like that, take a look at what the moon phase is. Like, it's incredible what comes up on these things. And then try to look at it again the next day in the new moon, because you might have some kind of intuition, you might have developed some wisdom as to what was going on and how you can transform that into something really positive for you. So I'm going to do some cleansing. I'm going to change the camera angle. Oh yeah, I can do that. And show you what the crystals are. I'm not going to tell you any of the details about why these crystals have been chosen by the people. Maybe just some vague roundabouts, but I will talk to you about what it is that I'm going to do in order to cleanse them and why I'm choosing those particular ways to do it. Okay, lots of love. I will see you on the table. Okay, hello. We are on the table. This beautiful table has so much positive energy in it. As you can see, I have got these crystals laid out, and they have been sitting on this stick of satin-spar for about a week now. And we use satin-spar because it's a gypsum, which is salt-based, and salt is really one of the best ways to do cleansings. It's not the most accessible way. I would say the most accessible way to cleanse is with sound, and actually sound is one of the ways that I love to cleanse. But when I am cleansing crystals like these, I like to get nitty-gritty. I like them to be as close to the cleanser as possible, and for as long as possible, because I cannot sit and play my singing bowl to a crystal overnight. I need to go to bed. And yeah, so this for me is the most accessible way to do it. There will be no water involved. Water obviously is a fantastic cleanser. You know, we use it to wash ourselves, it brings life and all those wonderful things, but not always that great for your crystal. If you do choose to use water for cleansing, make sure you do research, because if I was to put this satin-spar into water, it would probably dissolve because it's salt-based. So you have to consider these things. It might be salt-based. It might be that when you put it into water, it leaches something into the water, and that wouldn't be good. So always research and look at what you're doing. And if you don't want to do that, there's plenty of ways to cleanse without having to do that. Okay, so I have got an array of vestibules, is that the right word? Vessels for popping these crystals into for their cleansing purpose. So I've got this beautiful fossil bowl, which is absolutely amazing for doing energy work that is for grounding. Because obviously it's come from the ground, deep in the ground, and it even has its own little crystals in there. It's gorgeous. I have this lovely selenite bowl. Now, a lot of people use selenite for charging. I do not, because I personally believe that any charging and programming comes from the energy of yourself. You can program these with the intentions, and then this will carry the charge, and then you can lay your crystals in and the energy will transfer from here into your crystal, but I don't believe it will be as potent as if you were to do it yourself. I have, and this one will be for this one when I'm charging, when I'm doing programming and I am leaving them to soak. This I use for higher purpose, so for people who are accessing those higher power points, the higher chakras, looking for intuition and wisdom from within and without, this is perfect for that. I have this absolutely gorgeous little moon dish. This one I tend to say for those who are kind of the more a witchy disposition, who connect with the moon. I mean, does it mean anything? I don't know. Or is it simply the symbolism of what it means to me? And then this one has got a bit of crystal dust in it from the stones. I say crystal dust, it's actually probably more like sea in it. And this is a absolutely stunning oyster shell that I found on a beach in Scotland this past summer, and it's got the cutest little rainbows inside, but I don't think the camera's picking it up. And these I tend to use for when people are trying to let go of something, you know, like washing it away, like the waves washing things away, or when somebody is trying to access their voice. So can you see that rainbow? Oh, I just don't know if it catches it. Okay, so each of these will go into their own dishes. As we're cleansing, none of what I talked about really matters. So you can totally ignore that for this step. When it comes to cleansing, we want nothing extra. We just want to cleanse. I will not be doing any energy work. There will be nothing coming from me, because we need to let the natural gifts, the nature gifts, the things that we've been given to use to be able to cleanse without any kind of presence of person. Because we always, no matter how much meditation we've done beforehand, no matter how much we've cleansed our minds, etc., etc., there's always going to be something that we put into it. And at this cleansing stage, we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So we are just going to take my salt. I like to use Himalayan pink salt. Many would use just table salt. That is totally fine. Any kind of salt, sea salt. I like to use the pink salt because a lot of the work that I do with people is very much related to accessing self-love and building confidence, and this salt, maybe it's just because it's pink, and relates to the heart chakra, has those beautiful gentle properties. And if we're going to leave a trace of anything from the cleansing, then we should leave something absolutely beautifully, wonderfully, gently positive, such as self-love. Any kind of love, really. Lovey, lovey, love, love. Okay, so I'm just popping a gentle bit of salt into each of these vessels for us to pop our crystals onto. Okay, so this pink tourmaline, absolutely stunning pink tourmaline, is going to be part of a piece of Cosmic Armour, and this is the frame that has been made for it to fit into. And I'm going to pop the frame in as well, because obviously it's made of silver, and anything really can absorb energy, so we want to make sure that we are cleansing as much as possible. And I'm just going to lay it in the salt here, and that is going to sit overnight in the energy of the dark moon, and the salt will absorb any energy that has been picked up. Obviously it's been in and around my home, and I have a toddler, and a partner and a cat and myself, and we all carry our energies, and you know, things come and transit into the house, out of the house. There's so much flying around, and we don't want that in our crystals. You don't need to bury it, you just place it on the top, and the salt will do the work, and with the added energy of the dark moon, that will do even more work. We're going to place this absolutely stunning Amazonite, moonstone and amethyst one into the selenite bowl. There we go. How lovely. And then we're going to take this absolutely gorgeous, stunning citrine, which is for another piece of Cosmic Armour, and that one is going to go here into this one. How beautiful. And then finally, and you notice that these two were not on the selenite, and that's because there's slightly unexpected cleansing that has just come through the door. These are for me, and these are very personal pieces. This piece of amethyst has been with me for such a long time. It has been on a necklace, and I honestly have no idea how old I was when I got it, but I was pretty young. And it's travelled with me through so much and has been a really pinnacle point. I want to say partner in crime, but it's been a companion. It's been a true companion. And at a certain point in my healing journey, it actually just kind of spontaneously came away from the fixtures. And since then, it's just kind of been sitting in my office space, and I've not known what to do with it, because it feels as though its journey as my daily companion kind of has ended. And I would quite like to have it in a sacred space, kind of stood up. It's got a nice flat base, so I could actually stand it up, and have it kind of working with me in a different way. And this absolutely gorgeous amethyst I have just purchased from a fellow small biz owner. Her name is Gina, and she is Starbright Handmade, so that's her stuff there. And she has posted this a couple of times on Instagram, and every time I saw it, I was like, oh, I love it. I feel so drawn to it. And then she reposted it the other day, and I just thought, you know what, I need this. And I realized that this, for me, is going to be the replacement as a daily companion for this one here. And this will signify a new part of my journey. And it's amethyst, and I absolutely love amethyst. It's a classic for a reason. And it also comes with this tiny little moon charm. It couldn't be more perfect for me. So these are going to go in here. And I'm also going to pop this in here. And I will place these absolutely gorgeous crystals into my workspace, where the lovely, lovely moon will be able to do its magic overnight, and we will then be able to move on to a process of programming and begin the process of creating the Cosmic Armour for these two, and do the programming and cord connection, so connecting these crystals to the new owner so that this can act as a talisman for the new owner, so that the crystals actually are directly connected to them, and they will be able to work more closely with the wearer, which is really the kind of the magic of the Cosmic Armour. Okay, I'm going to stop waffling. I feel like this has gone on for quite a while. I'm going to pop these in place, and then I guess I will come back to chat with you a little bit on the camera, and then I'm probably going to end this because it feels like it's getting a bit long. Okay, we're back. Hi. I think I'm going to end this video here. I feel like it's going to be quite long. I could probably go on for hours and hours and hours and hours. In fact, I have thought about doing content like that, so it's like having a bit of a co-worker, someone to keep you company whilst you're kind of faffing about your day and doing things, but I don't think that's this video today. I really hope that you have learned something about cleansing. Maybe you can use this with your crystals, with your jewellery, with your gemstones, with something that you're like, feeling a bit funky about that thing. Energy can be absorbed by anything. It just so happens that I am a crystal worker, and those particular crystals are what I was working with today. The dark moon is a fantastic day for you to get a woo-woo, as people love to say. Get cleansing your house. Do smoke cleansing if you don't have lung issues and pets. You know, grab a selenite stick if you can and waft it around everywhere. Play loud music. Take some fantastic energy into the corners of your room. Spread what you want to hold in your spaces and dissipate what you don't want to keep there. If you've got a bit of a hinky area, I can definitely guarantee grabbing a couple of pans, bosh, 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 that really sharp sound will really shake up their energy and dissipate it. I do recommend opening some doors and some windows because that energy has to get out somehow, and that will go out into the world and it will be neutralized and recycled to become new, because that's what energy does. It doesn't just disappear, it becomes something new. Right, okay, let me know, please let me know if this is the type of content that you would like to see here. I'm kind of putting myself on a bit of a limb and I'm making the promise to myself I am going to put this out. This is going to go out. This is something that was just kind of popped up in my head this morning, and I have learned that when you get these threads and they start pulling, you should follow them and just see what happens. And what's the worst that could happen? You might not like it. That's okay. We have to F around and find out, really, don't we? So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Maybe try do some cleansing with crystals. Let me know how that goes. Let me know if you'd like to see a bit more content like this, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Tomorrow I'm going to be recording more podcasts, so I will see you there. If you have been watching the podcast and you have some questions, suggestions, anything that you would like me to talk about in that, please let me know. I am changing the name of the podcast. So currently it is What's Your Glimmer? And as of tomorrow, I'm going to be changing it to Glimmerside Chats. So like fireside chats, but with glimmers, because we flip and love a glimmer here. So I really hope you join me over there. Please like, subscribe, comment, do all those amazing things that really, really help anybody's channel, anybody's space, helps me get out to other people who might enjoy this content. And it really boosts my ego. So that would be really lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you if you made it here. You're probably not here watching anymore. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.